What's up? Getting this network going. Motivation, meditation, inspiration. One of three, I don't want it. Getting that focus, that knowledge, that discipline, that ability inside that mentality opened up. A lot of times we forget about what we focus on. We forget about how we utilize our mentality, how we utilize our ability. A lot of the challenges that you're facing off against on a daily basis, you can overcome. But a lot of people forget to utilize what they have inside. And so this channel is about that. It's about getting back down with who you are, first and foremost, and asking yourself the questions that we should be every day, which is what I'm doing today, is it motivation? Is it meditation? Is it inspiration? And so where do you start to believe in yourself? You know, what is the things that you're seeking out to achieve, and how are you utilizing your mentality? And a lot of times, what we have going on inside is greater than what's going on the outside. So when we start seeking out who we are on the inside, we got to start asking certain types of questions. We got to ask ourselves what it is that we want to achieve, what we're looking to overcome, what kind of challenges we're facing off against on a daily basis. We also have to remember to be in the moment, be in the present time, find the ability inside of ourselves to believe in who we are and what we're made of. And so every day I strive to ask this question, is what I'm doing today, is it motivation, is it meditation, is it inspiration? Not just for myself, but for all those people that are around me and that are in the vibration. And, when you're inspiring other people, when you're uplifting other people, when you're bringing yourself to a place where you start utilizing your mentality, a lot of times it affects not just yourself, but it also affects the people that are around you. And how can we utilize that kind of focus to help other people out? How can we get inside of ourselves and start to seek out that kind of place where we're able to focus to that point where we become that kind of inspiration? And so here we are today, another day, another place. Internally, you start to ask yourself that kind of question. And as you're asking yourself that kind of question, recognize that the people that are being affected are the people that are around you, the people that are in your vibration. And a lot of times people say that it doesn't matter. But what really truly actually matters is what you believe about yourself. You see, you're not going to always be able to change how people feel about you, but you have the ability inside of yourself to utilize your skills, utilize your talents, and to utilize your ability to be who you are on the inside. And so when we think about what we want to manifest, the first day it doesn't happen. The second day it doesn't happen. What's happening is slowly little changes are happening inside of our being. They're happening inside of our ability. They happen inside of our mentality. And so when you want to become motivation, like I ask myself this every day, and the story of this year is to become unshakable, that the ability inside of ourselves has that place where nobody can take, where what you have going on inside of yourself is so strong that your mentality overcomes the challenges. Yeah, a lot of people allow the challenge to be greater than who they are on the inside. They allow what's going on inside of them to be stronger than what they're made of. And that's not what it's about. It's about finding a game plan inside of yourself to believe that you have strength, that you have mentality to overcome the things that you're going through. So I want to share some of the ways, some of the skills, some of the ability that I have utilized to do that, to find that part inside, to overcome those things, to be out there, to be in the professional aspect with a mentality. Because when you're out there, when you're actually getting after it, you're going to have to evolve. You're going to have to adapt. You're going to have to utilize what you have inside of yourself. And a lot of times when you're going through that, your mind is going to be tested. And so sometimes in those places, especially if you're trying to start something up, if you're trying to get into it, I'm looking at my WordPress here. I'm almost at 67 followers. I would go back as 4 years. So I've been on top of this thing, working at this thing for years. And when you are putting your time, you're putting your effort, you're putting your mentality into something, if you continue to focus towards your dreams, if you continue to focus towards your goals, they start to become possible. And the great part is that it doesn't happen on your time. You have the ability to make those small tweaks. You have the ability to put in that time, to put in that effort. If you continue to put your mentality in a place, you will achieve those things. The answer that we don't always know is how long it takes. What it takes for you to get there, the skills that you have to learn. But if you stick with you, if you put yourself in a place where what you're utilizing inside of yourself is your gifts, then there will come a point where your gifts will pay for you. But you have to be willing to continue when other people tell you it's not possible, when they tell you you can't do this, you can't achieve this. And so as you start to achieve yourself, as you start to believe in yourself, as you start to find the person that you are inside, you will find a way to overcome your challenges. But you have to believe that you're worth it. You have to believe that you have what it takes inside of yourself. You have what it takes inside of your ability to be able to continue when other people would give up. And it can take years to find that place. It can take time, with the right skills, with the right mentality. Positivity can become the outcome. It can become the vibration, the mentality within oneself to focus towards a positive outcome is in mentality. It's in how you focus at the things that you work at on a daily basis. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that. So when you start to recognize that positivity is your friend, that the universe is your friend, that the positive and negatives that you come across give you the ability to actually have the upper hand in your life, you start to find joy in the challenges. You start to find joy in the ability within yourself. And when you start to embrace the universe, you start to embrace universal laws like Newton's third law: for each action there's an equal and opposite reaction. It gives you great joy to allow the universe to do the work for you. See, the great creator created a universe where if you are positive, you'll start attracting positivity towards you. You'll start attracting the ability inside of yourself to overcome your challenges. See, the thing is a lot of people don't understand is that when you focus towards positivity, it's not that negativity doesn't come your way. It's that you allow the negative things to move out of your life on their own. And see, that's a very key point of focusing. It's a part of mentality to train your mind to be positive, to train your ability to utilize the process of being yourself. And that's the second part. When you are who you are on the inside, when you are utilizing that part of focus, when you are utilizing that part of how you focus, what do you focus on? Are you signing up for the things that you want to achieve? Are you utilizing the parts of your mentality? What do you seek after? What is it that you are going after on a daily basis that is moving you in the direction in which you're facing? And another thing that a lot of people forget is that when you are by yourself, it is a place of study. When you are with people, you are connecting and communicating. Both things are definitely very important in their own way. In the professional aspect, in the home, or in community. And so, what types of things, what type of people do you invite into your vibration? See, a lot of people forget about how important the vibration and the people that you allow into your space, into your energy. And so when you start to recognize the people that are positive, that are bringing you in a direction that is uplifting you, you will start to see positivity become your friend. And so, what type of people do you surround yourself with that are bringing you to the place inside of yourself where your vibration is elevating, that you are being uplifted by being who you are on the inside? And so, one thing that I strive after, I know at least for myself, is to only allow people that are positive into my vibration. Only allow positivity to be in my life. That when you start to allow the negative things to move out of the way, that the things that come closer to you are positivity. And so it's not that negative things don't come in your direction. It's where your mind is. It's how focused you are on what you ask yourself every day. That's the reason I ask that question every day, is what I'm doing today, is it motivation? Is it meditation? Is it inspiration? Because if it's not one of the three, I don't want it in my vibration. See, a lot of people don't recognize that they choose their life. They choose the people that they have in it, that they allow to be around them. And so once you start to train your mind to be positive, train your mind to see that this universe is great, that the Most High created a universe in which there is universal wealth, you start to see exactly how rich you actually are. When you start utilizing that part of your being, the things that are meant for you will start to seek out after you. But the thing is you have to train the mind to be that positive. You have to train the mind to utilize your gifts, to utilize your talents in such a way that you're able to focus towards the things that you want to achieve in your life. And so, where are we in that place? Where are you in your place of vibration? Do you speak your mind? Do you vibrate from within who you are? And so, sometimes we're going to need others to be around us. We're going to need teams. We're going to need ability to work with other people. And when you start to work with other people, are you still yourself? See, a lot of people change from who they are inside based on the people that are around them. Those people that achieve massive levels of success, they're always who they are on the inside. And so when you are who you are on the inside and your vibration radiates outwards, your ability inside of who you are starts to reflect outwards. People start to look at you in a certain way. See, one of the things that people say when somebody starts to find themselves is you've changed. In fact, the thing that's happened is the person knew you for somebody that you're not. They knew you for somebody that they wanted you to be. When you look inside of yourself, that vibration that radiates outwards, that person who starts to communicate, hey, I really enjoy this. I really have liking it this way. That direction is being utilized from within. And so when you focus to that point where you want to achieve your dreams, right? Because the universe is a place of universal wealth. So once you start heading in a direction to understand that your ability from within opens up what you have inside, it just comes from within to vibrate outward. See, the thing that a lot of people forget is what you're seeking out after is also seeking out after you. So when you are positive, when you're moving in a direction where you see the wealth in the universe moving towards you, it flows over. And so when you see that things like the law of riches, that if you give, you will receive. If you allow the universe to do that for you and expect nothing in return, then the universe will give back. And so when you start to understand that universal laws have the ability to govern mentality, then you start to become friends with the universe. And this is what Albert Einstein did. So if we can start to utilize these types of things in our daily practice, then the ability to focus will turn you into a motivation. But a lot of people forget the skills, the talents, like writing things down, like listening to positivity, like giving yourself a little bit of time to sit down and ask yourself the questions, to allow only the people to be around you that are giving you the ability to have that positive vibration. And so what I seek out after on a daily basis is to find that place inside where meditation is an inwards journey, where what you seek out is not coming from the outside, but actually from within out. And so when you start to get inwards, when you start to sit down and you start to spend time inside of yourself, then those things will start attracting themselves towards you. See, a lot of people don't understand that what happens within you becomes a vibration on the outside. And that's what happened when I was 27. See, I had a major accident that I almost ended up looking at myself like, hey, you're going to end up in a wheelchair one day unless you do something about this. So I sat down and I started doing meditation on a constant basis. I started to find that what we have inside becomes a reflection outwards. After 47 days of doing Lotus on a daily basis. See, we can align our minds, and as we align our minds, our bodies become a reflection. And so what you believe about yourself truly reflects outwards at a certain point. If you believe in who you are on the inside, then the challenge is just achieving it. It's becoming patient with yourself long enough to where it reflects outwards. And so where are you on that spectrum of seeking your inwards knowledge? Because it's waiting inside of you. The energy inside of you is waiting for you to communicate with it. It's not the other way around. And so when you're utilizing the energy that you understand about yourself, the knowledge that you've learned, you start to recognize that you are a blessing in this universe, that you are a tool, you are a gift, that your life, your breath, your ability to utilize the gifts that you already have are waiting for you. And so when we seek out meditation, when we seek out energy inside of ourselves, what we're seeking out after is ourself. And so where do I go to find myself inside? And that is the place where energy lays, like the ability to stand your ground, your human system, your ability to think and process, your heart, the understanding and the relation of the heart, the ability to voice oneself, the depth perception that we have, and the nervous system. And when we start utilizing these, and then we also have the golden light energy that relates all living things. So, and I was just sitting down and eating pho today, and as I was eating that pho, I was sitting there. I've been vegetarian for over almost a year now, and so as I'm sitting there, I opened up my WordPress, and I had, more than half of the people that are watching my videos, they're in India. And so, the reflection outwards, the meditation, the ability, the mentality, it exists in all of us. It exists in the ability inside of oneself to achieve their dreams, their goals, their abilities. The difference is the person who focuses can continue past that point to seek out what already is within. And so, where do you go to find yourself? What type of places? See, a lot of people think you have to go somewhere to learn. You can go inwards to learn about yourself. You can go inwards to find a way to ask yourself the questions about who you are, to start to study the person inside of who you are. See, as much as we find field trips or we learn in education that field trips are important, we sometimes forget about spending some time on this field trip, on this ability inside of who we are to overcome our challenges. And so when we are inside of ourselves, when we're going through things that nobody else can face off against but us, we have to start to seek out the light within who we are.